Hello, everybody, and welcome to Theta Thursdays. How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing pretty
I'm
good.
doing good. We've had a good week.
I'm kind of surprised he changed the name of the show from Theta Thursday to Theta Thursdays. It's kind of weird, but
Where's Days? Oh, on
'cause
our the title.
It's because it
Hello.
runs so long that you think it's more than one day.
Sometimes our news comes from multiple days, and we're like, crap. Well, welcome everybody. Obviously, it's your host Don Rhea, co-host Mifune, and returning regulars, Greg Haza, Docs Heckard, and a little maniac, who all are from the same court. Funny enough. To this week's probably going to be a slow week. It really hasn't been a ton of big news in the realm of the war and Eve, but we'll talk about and just shoot the shit and see where it goes.
it's
Maybe
almost
we'll
like
have
there's a
guests
whole
arriving later.
trapped fleet that can't do anything this week.
I know,
Wow.
right?
Do we have a count there, Mifune? Do you have a count on how many Titans are still in M2?
There are probably people that have that. I have not been able to
There's
log in
3.
all week, so I have absolutely no idea. As I have
Well,
not
none
been
of that
able to play.
information. Yeah, but none of that information you would get in the game, Mifune. We've talked about this.
Yes,
And
I
also,
know.
it's 334.
330. Wasn't there like 337 on Saturday?
Yeah,
so like
2
Yeah,
died.
3 of them died.
Okay.
2 died and 1 escaped.
Okay, interesting.
Because he
we
logged
go.
in and he happened to be outside of a bubble, so
Good for him.
he made it out. We had and that's just been kind of like the thing for the past few, like the whole time for the Hulk camp is getting a Titan every other day, getting a super. Actually, one of them, Sothercell, isn't here to tell us about it. If you're listening, Sothercell, come hang out. But one of the supers that they killed was a scam to get him to log in.
Oh,
It was a
really?
scam to what?
Get him to log in.
Oh.
You never
Well-
admit to the scam, Don. Come on.
Well, they already did like on push to talk, so like it's already cat's out the bag.
That's out the bag.
Yeah, I kind of
But
felt bad
dude-
because like
The dude didn't even know he was scammed. He could have like continued that. But
once again that
whatever.
was on Saturday last Saturday. They already revealed it, so it's not cat's out the bag for almost a week now.
I've never had a Titan or any of these big expensive chips, so I wouldn't know how I'd feel like having something that valuable logged in and trapped. So like I know you guys all have Titans. How would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot, if you were in a death camp?
Well,
And,
it's called unsubscribing your Titan alt from the game and waiting. You know, because we're Goonswarm. We use alts for our Titans.
That's not true, Mifune.
I mean, a lot of people, myself included, had a Titan on a main character. Like, there are plenty of people that do. But the majority of our alliance has their capitals on alternate dedicated accounts.
I can guarantee that half of our Titan fleet is on main characters.
Yeah, which people use as their alts. I mean, look at like Mike Flood, for example. He doesn't even use the character of Mike Flood that much. He
and yet his
alt.
Titan was on Mike Flood.
Yeah, I know, because like that he made that his alt. Even though that's his main character, he only ever uses it for that purpose of that Titan.
Yeah,
I
would just log into another character, right? Like I have multiple characters, multiple accounts, so if one of my super pilots got trapped, I would just leave them logged off until it's safe to log in.
But I mean, your super's trapped. Like all that hard work, all that effort, all that love, if you can say that for pixels, is put into your Titan or your super, right? And then leadership, they don't really have a plan for you. They're like,
oh my god, that was the funniest thing to hear. So like right after the fight, right, of the second fight, the horrible one that went down, PGL went on Pando's FC talk, and Pando's talking with PGL, and PGL tells him like straight up tells him we didn't have an extraction plan. We never made one.
Oh, that's dirty.
That is
That-
why they went down to downtime, because they didn't make a plan. So they said, we'll just keep going till downtime and then we'll figure it out from there.
You gotta think
Like,
with PGL and Billy's thinking. And yes, I finally did change the light bulb in my room so that I actually have a working full light in my room.
Like the red dick in your face the whole time. That's better.
But when you think of PGL and Billy, they think, oh my god, we're going to go out and we're going to win this fight. And when we win, there will be no goons left on grid, so it will be an easy extraction that we could come up on the fly. And then they lost. And it wasn't an easy extraction.
At the very least, goons won't have a keep star to go to, I think was their plan, right?
Yeah, their whole plan hinged on that keep star dying, so that it would just be 2 Titans in 2 random points of space within range of each other with no way of leaving the grid. And that's what their plan was, and they failed. And because of that failure, since they didn't have a plan B, now all of this is trapped and happening. Now, I will say I've heard some things about this week about some iHub fights that have been going on subcap wise that have been pretty much trading evenly on both sides.
Yeah, we've been having fun. We've been having some good fights, and I'm not sure if the bad guys are having fun, but
Mifune, can you pull up Dotland? Hold on, let me make sure. But I saw something today, and I was just like, oh, it looks so pretty. Let me pull it up here.
I think getting back to the like being a super pilot in this game, like you kind of have to trust your leadership, right? So like being logged off in a bubble without a plan for extraction, I don't think I have to worry about that, right? Like I'm not in a Puppy Alliance.
yeah, I think this is just tooting our own horn, but our strategists are better than their strategists by a long shot.
All right, Don, I have Dotland up on my other monitor. What am I pulling
Are you
up
able
here?
to?
Well, what am I?
Well, I was just gonna show off that like a lot of systems that used to not be owned by us anymore are through some wonderful work this week have either are still owned by us or have been flipped at least once this week. We've had apparently some really good fights going down throughout the week. I actually didn't get to be in any of them except for the one today, and even the one today, I showed up right at the end because that's just how it worked out. But we had some actually really big fights this week too. We had the DTEC-W fight, which we won, and that was huge. We had was it 23G? Someone else had to remember. T5Z was fights, but we didn't win that.
Can everyone on the stream see this properly? Is it big enough for everybody?
Not really.
It's not big enough to read it, but we had a big. Oh, that's right. We had a big fight in UEXO and one SMEB. We'll get those eventually. So it's just showing like DTEC-W's back in Condi holdings. Yeah. Some of these don't even have iHubs right now because they're still fluctuating. But I think the whole constellation from DW down to Fountain is back in Goonswarm's hands.
And it seems like this southern, as we call it, South Delve. I'm not sure if people can't see my mouse on this. This UEXO constellation and the that consists of UEXO, 90, 98, GY. That kind of southern half of Delve seems to be back in Condi hands as well.
Oh, we did get UEXO? That's always nice.
Yeah, I currently have it on iHub owners. So this is the current iHub owners. It seems like we're taking back the other part with the 7TAC-K constellation.
Yeah, that's been going back and forth.
I have heard word of Quirius. Let's go take a look at Quirius.
We don't need to look at Quirius.
So if we
oh my god.
Can you make your thing bigger? So
if we start taking back systems in Delve,
I'm sure
we push them in T5Z.
In a long time to make his thing bigger. Carry on.
No, so if we keep taking systems back in Delve and we push them into T5Z, Can we call it the Imperium Trouser Snake plan?
100% we can.
Nice.
I mean, just
Oh, and
wow.
I would like, like Aquarius is such a weird area. It is. I don't know of any other region that's owned by this many alliances in one go.
Now, as far as Brave
Chat, that's
goes,
your challenge.
do we
What
have
is?
any?
Here, hold on, Greg. Chat, your challenge is to find a region that has more alliances owning it than Aquarius. So if you get Anaconda.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, the
Thanks,
Anaconda is
Moomin.
pretty good.
Anaconda Coalition.
I mean,
Okay, Greg. So your question.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what would be a message that we could send to any Brave line members that are there? You know, they're obviously that they're not. You know, things aren't going well, and I do feel for them. So like, I don't want to hate on Brave, but I mean, like,
well,
we gotta
no.
have.
you.
Personally, I like Dunk. You know, I
Yeah.
like Dunk
Yeah.
as a person. I like him as a leader. He's got, good ideas for his alliance. But he put himself in such a tight situation within this war. And just tests have accelerated that destruction of Brave that we've seen. You know, the we've had Brave not get any money from TTT. We had Brave decide to not do the whole war bonds idea and instead impose extra taxes on their members.
They
I
have
mean,
not fully decided on how they're going to cover. Their coffers were big enough to core what they needed to core, but their coffers are low, so now they've not officially announced like how they're going to fill those yet. Obviously the assumption is that they're going to raise taxes somewhere. The fact, once again, I mentioned this on Tuesday, the fact they have a mining tax is hilarious. Because in Goonswarm, we have taxes only, at least the alliance wide. We only have taxes on your access to specific moons, and it's based upon the value of the moon. But you don't get taxed on exactly what you mine. Now, I know
Yeah.
some corps have their own tax, which I puke at the idea of that. But you do you pick your choice. But I still think it's pretty funny that they have an alliance tax on mining.
now I used to have that. Back in my before I was in Goonswarm proper, I dealt with mining taxes, and personally, they weren't they were weird in a sense, the way that they worked, because the way that they worked in my experience is that you would mine and the alliance would keep track of what you mined and how much the estimated value in ISK that you mined, and they would take a certain percent of all that money you made and take it back for the alliance and charge you for it through contract. So I just found it very weird because I would sit there in a procure for a week and maybe make what 100 million ISK in mining
Oh, you're
minerals.
a shitty procure
Well,
miner.
that's back when I was in said alliance. That's what I had. I didn't have a Rourke back then, but when I would mine and I would and I would get my tax, and the tax was like 95 million. And I'm like, well, because of building costs and stuff, I'm not really making that much of a profit off of, mining. So that's when I stopped mining and turned to ratting, right? Because the way that the mining taxes work, at least in my experience, the way they work is they tax whatever percentage of the estimated value that you mined. When in reality, when you put in things like your marketing costs or your blueprint costs from when you're doing industry stuff like that, it's a very weird way of taxing people in my
It's like
experience.
double tax, right? Like when
Yeah.
yeah, that's why we don't really do that as an alliance, right? That's from how I understood it. Is they get their money when you refine and you build in their systems and do
That
Yeah,
was what
and then
they were asking me on Tuesday like crazy. They were like, how does Goonswarm make its money?" I'm like, from taxes. They're like, "What kind of taxes?" I'm like, from ratting and refinery and industry, and every time you react, so like you have the first like moon goo, you got to refine it down into like the little bits, right? And then you have to react it, and there's multiple reaction possibilities. So you're paying a tax along the way, and they seem to think that like the station owner gets it. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Goonswarm owns every single refinery in Delve. So
market fees, I think, are huge too. Like
and
they
then
said in the chat there in 1DQ.
right, and then obviously we have the second largest market in the game, or it's probably fluctuated now because of the war. But with all those taxes from market orders and buying and purchasing, all that kind of like that all added up. And
somebody mentioned PI. I'm pretty sure Member Corps do the PI. I don't think that's Alliance. The Alliance
yes,
doesn't put up puckas. It's Member
that's
Corps.
correct. Because I remember Sundering owned like 1 million of them at one point.
I wish we owned 1 million.
But we're doing pretty damn good financially. Like we're having no problem with our SRP. We should give a huge shout out to our SRP team because
yeah, both at the Alliance level and also like our Corp is doing supplemental SRP and Sundering as well. So it's kind of helps out, right? So it's not
has double SRP.
Yeah, but
not during wartime, but
not all the Member Corps have the finances of Gunwaf either. But it's good. I mean, we got a good team and we're building. I'm looking forward to after the war as well, like maybe growing some more of that. But that's a little bit of Sundering pitch since all of us in here are pretty much Sundering, except Don.
So
I'm on vacation.
Mifune, how's your puppy doing? Give us a puppy report.
The puppy, we took her to the vet 3 days ago, and we found that she was sick, and we found out she got parvo. Which for those of you who don't know, it's a virus that is I shouldn't say common, but it's given with puppies. Puppies that aren't vaccinated against it, and my puppy is only 8 weeks old, so she only got her first booster shot. She is doing fine. She's a lot healthier than she was. The vet said we caught it very early. She's taking naps most of the day. She just started eating and drinking out of her bowl today, which is very, very good. But we're taking it slow, and I'm pretty much on puppy duty for 3 to 4 hours a day while mom and dad are working, and it's pretty much I've just been working, and then the second I stop working, I'm at home taking care of the puppy, and any other time I'm taking a nap.
Oh wow, the Chlorian's in the chat, but he can't come on the stream.
Whoa,
probably busy.
DeClorian, get your ass on here.
He might not available, or he's probably banging some guy. I don't know.
I don't doubt that he probably is.
Now, speaking of our pup date, nope, he's here. Hi, DeClorian. So, for our pup date, to continue the theme from last week, if you have a pet, you can send those pet pictures on, I believe, our Discord Theta Thursday channel allows pet pictures. You can post pictures. So if you have a pet and you want to post it, definitely post it up there so we can rate. Put the hashtag Imperium Pets underneath. It doesn't link anything or cause anything to like happen, but it'll be there for me. Elkin wants to. Hi, Elkin. Finally awake for one of these.
If you get a really cute pet, I will send you my personal puppy picture.
Ooh.
Well, there you go.
That's premium.
Also, we'll pick a lucky pet, and that pet and its owner will get 100 million ISK in game.
So this is once again at Imperium News Discord and under the Theta Thursday channel, which you can find under the shows section of the Discord. Some of you are already in there, so.
I just came here to say hi, basically, guys, because I cannot stay here for much longer because I'm sick also. So your puppy is sick. I'm also sick. I'm sorry. But yeah, I today I slept 17 hours in a row. So yeah, I don't know how you say it, but it's 39 degrees Celsius with fever. I don't know how you say it in Fahrenheit or whatever. So yeah, just came here to say hi. Have a good show. Thank you guys.
Hey, get well, buddy.
Feel better.
Feel better, Decorian.
Kisses.
Take care, buddy.
And then we have Elkin joining us today.
It's
one
a
of our
public
Hello there.
channel.
How
What
you-
is
you're-
going on?
You're finally awake for one of these. Normally you're
I
asleep.
know, right?
How's
It is 2:39 a.m. 2:23. I don't even know what time it is. It's ridiculously early.
We're talking about pets, Elkin. Do you have any pets?
I do. I have I've got a kitten, or he's more like a cat now, and a puppy as well.
Oh, nice. What are their names?
So my dog's name is Theta. You can guess where that name come from.
No,
it's what?
Not really.
It's Vader.
Theta.
That's cute.
Vader the dog.
I don't get
Because
it.
he's got a helmet like Darth Vader.
I was thinking he was like a
Who?
pug and he breathes really hard.
No, he's got a helmet. Like he's got a helmet. That's why he's Darth Vader.
Aw. That's cute.
And then the cat's name is Fred.
Did you get them
I
both
had
at the same time?
No, they're different. So we adopted the cat. He was a rescue.
How do they get along?
They definitely don't. It's a fight like cats and dogs.
Oh, they'll get used to each other, maybe.
See, before Eve got sick, her favorite thing to do was to chase you around the backyard and try to nip at your ankle. Like she would aim for your ankle, and it sucked. Really, sometimes it sucked because I'd be running with her in the backyard, and she'd finally catch me while I'm, bolting down the backyard, and I would trip and fall headfirst into the grass.
Yeah, you can tell.
3 days.
Ouch.
God, these timers are so fucking weird. All right. Keep talking. I gotta enter something in. But Elkin, actually, I guess I'll ask Elkin. How has the war been going for you since you've never been on a Theta Thursday before? And how do you shower? So answer those two questions in whatever order you want.
So part two, I'm going to leave part two alone just for a little bit. Part one. So just recently with the war, with these Titans logged off in M2, it actually works out pretty well for the AU time zone, sort of prime time. I get home from work when I'm away at work. I can log in right as I walk through the door and see what downtime brings and log out and go and shower and have dinner and go to bed. It works out pretty well for me. Very convenient. But yeah, for the rest of it, it's been a lot of US and EU time zones. So it's not really been the best, but I've had to alarm clock. It's been fine.
Were you on that Avatar kill this morning?
Unfortunately not, no. I was travelling back from work when all that was happening. So I work 1,400 k's away from home, so I do a fair bit of travel.
Wow. I hope you fly.
Yes, I most definitely fly. I fly for 2 hours and drive for 2 hours to get home.
Yikes.
You do that every day?
Not every day. No, it's once every week I do it.
Going, guys. I'm filling things out.
So the second part of the question there, context maybe?
It's a Theta question. So do you shower top to bottom? Do you, soak everything up a bit first and then soap everything down?
Okay, we don't have to get in that much detail. I'm just asking, do you start at the top and work your way down, or do you start at the bottom and work your way up, or do you start in the middle somewhere? How does this go?
How much?
It's not really something I've ever paid too much attention to be honest. I'll have to come back to you next time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to come back to you on that one.
Use a bar of soap or a loofah or a wash rag.
See, what's going to happen is you're going to be in the shower this week and be like, How do I do this? You're gonna be so confused. It's gonna be great.
Okay, now I'm connected.
I just
Now
pour.
you're back.
I turn the shower on, then I just pour the soap on the floor and roll
I
around.
just came back here to make the real questions. Okay, Alkin, how do you shower? Top to bottom or bottom to top?
Now that you're asking me, it's a bit different now that DeChlorian's asking the question.
Okay. What do you do first? You put the water on your feet or you put the water in your head?
Water onto the head first, I think is the
Okay,
way to go with that one.
You are a crazy man.
What?
Of course, like, I don't know. I need to explain this every time I come on here. Okay, guys?
No, you don't, because nobody else does that.
Because you're all
nobody
psychopath.
else starts with their feet and does like a weird rinse cycle
First
before you do like a
because
pre-soak before you actually get in the washer.
No, because
you're not a dish.
You need like to check the water temperature. You don't go like right away. Okay,
That's
let's
why you
put
stick
this
your arm in it and you find out is this hot or not.
The temperature
okay.
between your arm and your fucking chest and head, it's completely different.
No, it's not. Your back
Okay,
is the
you
most
guys
sensitive
should
part
have
for the water.
no. You
If
guys
your
should
back
have
can take
really
it, the rest
bad
of you
skin.
can.
Okay, you guys should really have really bad skin. That's what I have to say, because you don't treat your skin properly. You need to have right temperatures in your skin so you don't ruin it. Okay, and what I'm seeing from this, Dawn, you have a terrible skin. This is what I'm seeing from this.
But
and
like dirt
second thing,
actually flows down, right? So like you start with your hair, right? That's your cleanest part, your head.
Yeah.
And then you finish up with your
head is
dirtiest
one
part,
of the
which is
dirtiest parts.
like your asshole and your feet, right?
I want to.
Like I
No,
see an extra
we've had
time on
both
your
go
on
over
your
how to
front end.
shower for 20 minutes. I'm not going to talk about showers for 20 minutes.
So-
Okay?
Yeah,
Elkin has
anyways,
already
can we-
answered the
can we ping
question.
vote?
No. Dear Lord, Elkin's already answered. He doesn't know, and he's going to get back with us after he like does
And I
some
just-
testing.
It
And I just
definitely needs
came
some product
here-
testing.
I just came back here to say the real thing that needs to be said. Mifune, you need to shave, okay? Twinks are not allowed facial hair. So please do that shit right now. Okay?
I'll probably be shaving right before I move, to be honest
Didn't
with
even
you.
notice.
He has like 5 hairs in his shin. For fuck's sake.
He's trying to grow out something, and it's not quite happening.
No. Mifune, just shave, okay?
So somebody says that Mifune's working his way up to a bear.
Oh, please don't.
That's funny. Okay, so we've had this week, obviously we're like little ADHD goldfish going on here, but to circle back around to some of the big things that came out this week were the Brave and Warped Intentions alliance meetings, and they both presented very differently. The content of the messages were very similar, like
Seemed
almost
scripted,
word
didn't
for
it?
it was some of it was
Yeah.
almost word for word the same.
It really felt. I listened to both. I listened to the Brave one first, and then what other alliance was it? I can't remember.
Warped Intentions.
Warped Intentions. When I was listening to Warped Intentions, I was like, this is the exact same wording of Dunk Dinkle, and it's kind of freaking me out.
It's like
Okay,
the
but
same order and
give me
everything, right?
TLDR.
So basically Brave talked about how they had were able to core all the structures they wanted to core, and that they were going to still be able to keep SRP going, but that they were going to need to start coming up with ways to refill their pockets because they spent a lot of money. And then they also are trying to get motivated to come home somewhat. They still want their death clones in T5Z, but they want people jump cloning back to catch to get these quote unquote fuckwits out of their area and protect catch and their holdings and everything. And
Okay, so Brave is basically putting one step back and one step forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pulling out Aquarius.
And
They're not going to be guarding queries as much anymore. The other one's Warped Intentions, and it was word for word the same thing.
Who is Warped Intentions?
It is a small thing in Legacy.
Oh, okay.
They're like Brave, but a lot smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
It actually looks like there's a bit of a skirmish happening, sort of as we've been talking here. I was just watching Ezekiel.
Is there now?
Init has been harassing them over there.
So we've got over in Catch. We have Init, Dreadbomb. I was trying to get Seto on tonight, but he was unavailable, unfortunately. So hopefully someday we will get him to come on to talk about their stuff. And then Dock Workers is over there. There was another one. Oh, well, Simple Farmers is always there. They're kind of like they're kind of like gangbang team where like they just live in the area and you just can't really get rid of them, so you just like deal with it, you know. So there's like, and then they've obviously got Initiative. Some goons go over there occasionally to do stuff. So they've got a lot of pressure for their size of alliance happening right now. Now, is it number-wise as big as them? Not necessarily, but effectiveness, when you got that many groups hitting you at once, it starts turning into a porno.
Promise.
Whoa, how so, Don?
Well, Brave is kind of like that little blonde chick with the 5, bigger guys behind her. Just saying.
What?
It's kind
You want to get the meme unless you've seen it.
Can you link that picture to Greg? Not on the
this
stream, but give it to Greg.
Yeah. Does somebody have it? Someone link it to Greg, please.
I liked that you phrased it too bigger.
No, if for anyone who understands what meme was that, it's not wrong at all. And I really wish I could throw it up on stream, but I know I can't.
That was clever done. Clap.
The elephant in the room is though that like we're outnumbered 3-1, easy.
And it's not like a small 3-1 here. It's not like 100 versus 300. It's 42,000 versus like 150,000. Okay, continue. There's the context.
Yeah, so it's basically the whole game, and they don't like us for some reason. I don't know why. I'm a nice guy. I look myself in the mirror and tell myself that, anyways. So, like, how is this happening? Why aren't we defeated? Why aren't we crushed?
We aren't crushed because Pappy made bad decisions, and bad decision led to another bad decision that then turned into like 3 different bad decisions over the course of like 2 weeks that killed their morale.
It's also another thing that I've been saying since the beginning of this. It's structure way that things are planned. So Goons is the way that we have our structure in a hierarchy way, but in like a complementary way. It's a complementary, not complementary. How do you say? When people complete themselves, not complement, but complete themselves. The way goons are prepared to do some work, some war work, it's a little bit like that. While you, on the other side, you are piling 150,000 guys that like they cannot work together. Like it's really hard to, if you are not structured to already maneuver that type of manpower, like it's going to be impossible for you to be really effective with it. So they have more manpower to be able to do stuff, but they cannot effectively put it to work.
Hi, Redline.
I think it also comes down to
Of course
culture,
I'm talking
right?
shit, bitch. You know that.
Doesn't it come down to culture as well? Like we have culture in Goonswarm.
We have a unified mindset and culture with us subcultures and cliques and stuff, but
so just looking at that picture for the first time now, I can see what DeClorian meant by coordination. Like obviously you'd have to have a leader to facilitate that happening. You couldn't just all go willy-nilly running at that thing.
Like someone needs to take charge. Okay.
That's
and
right.
And then
like,
the other ones complement each other.
And high fives.
I saw someone take that picture and put Titans, like it's a Goonswarm, and then put Titans over the penises, and then like it put like Trappy as the chick. It's pretty fucking funny.
And then you have like Asher with one of the faces and Jay.
Oh, that's right.
the
They did
face.
faces over them. That's right. Yeah. It's great.
Now, did y'all see the Reddit post of the first battle of M2 over the Wii music?
I got about 30 seconds and said I hate Wii music and turned it off.
It's so
But
funny though.
I congratulate them for it.
That was pretty funny.
First puppy. We have the first puppy on Theta.
Oh, it's Klexos puppy.
Oh, finally! Thank you, Klexos.
I am being told that many people can't post their pictures on there due to Discord permissions. So I'll talk to.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to my people and see if we can actually enable that or not. We'll find out.
No,
probably not.
Probably not. But what we can do is
send all of your puppy pictures to Mifune.
Send them to Mifune, and then we can post them.
Are you trying to like blow up?
You're gonna get a billion penises.
You're going to receive so many dick pics.
Yes, go ahead and send it to Mifune, and then we'll post them up.
My friend was telling me, I hate this is gonna go off Eve, but my friend was telling me a story the other day, and I know he's watching the show. His name starts with an H, right? And he he texts me the other day. And he goes like, oh, my neighbor asked me if I wanted to have a threesome and with her gay best friend. And he was like, sure, because that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Little did he know that the gay...
some jumper cables?
Little did he know that the gay best friend was a guy. And he wasn't into that. So he was flipping out.
I don't know how long that could stay up, but there you go. Sorry. There you go. There you go, Greg.
I can't put it in the stream chat, but if you're in the Discord, look in it. But it's really funny because next thing you know, I'm like, all right, let me see a picture of this dude, right? And so he asks the dude for a picture, and the dude sends him a dick pic, and he goes, no, that's not what I was asking for. It's for a gay friend. And then they were like, it was just the conversation went from bad to worse.
You guys don't seem bothered when I send my dick pics. I'm not understanding.
So for anyone interested, I posted Vader the Doggo in Theta Squad General.
Oh, okay.
For any of you that can see that.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
I'll post it up. Yeah, if you're in Theta Squad, you can just put pictures in the Theta Jabber or Theta Discord, and I'll move them to the appropriate location.
You need to check my updates on Twitter. Those are the really good ones.
It's funny how you can like rub a dog's belly like until your hand falls off, but you're only allowed to rub a cat's belly like 5 times before like it latches on and decides it wants to rip your friggin' wrist apart.
It's because cats kind of like get energized and then they just so.
I think my cat's ticklish.
Might be it too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
If you were in the Theta Discord, Theta Thursday section of the Discord, that picture that Cryos made for us on the fly has a Dread Bomb, Simple Farmers, Red Alliance in it, and Delta Squad all looking at Brave like a juicy piece of meat. Also, Redline, it's why is it fish? Because our boss is a fish enthusiast.
So this is Elkin's doggo, Vader the dog.
It won't post. It's too big.
Aw,
that's him.
That's a cute puppy.
I tried to get it, but it was too big.
He's a bit over a year old now. Yeah, he's pretty cute.
Is Redline allowed to come on and talk with us?
It's hit or miss. It really depends. Some weeks yes, some weeks no.
Like it'd be nice to hear a different perspective, right? Because like we're all pals here.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go message Life Shifter mid-show, be like, "Yo, but can I bring on Redline to hang out?" I have to give him some planning on that one. So,
just say that you got the okay from Mifune, and we'll just blame Mifune on it.
Whoa,
it won't be that big of a deal.
Whoa! You can't just blame me for everything.
Can and I will.
We can, but I can't.
So, anyways, out in Braveland, they, things aren't going so hot. We'll see if they can bounce back from, being semi focused on Dell to being focused on home. They don't have too many Titans trapped in M2. I believe Dunk is trapped there.
Dunk the character, I believe, is trapped in there.
I think
but I know
Dunk's character is stuck there. And that was one thing.
If they apologized to us, would we let their Titans out, you think? Like if they had a sincere apology?
No.
For those of you who have already heard or not have heard or whatever, that's most likely been leaked of the Fireside from last week, I believe Mittens had an extended offer to PL, PH, and like NC Dot and whatnot that we would let their Titans and such go and let them leave the war or whatever, something like that, for an ISK donation.
You still don't listen to any. No. He's offering He's offering a golden ticket to anybody except Test to potentially. It's going to be an auction of the highest bidder to pay out to leave. And I zoomed in on my screen here. So that could be PH, which has like 90 Titans, I think, stock or something like that, maybe 75. And then that could be Brave, but they just spent all their money on their cores, so I don't know what they're going to pay with. We got PL has like 5 Titans stuck in there because they were smart enough to get out, and NC2. And and everybody else is of no consequence that I can think of.
Yeah, see, I feel bad like for the independent, the smaller guys, right, that aren't going to be able to SRP if they lose them. You got to have a little bit of empathy, right? Like even in this space game where we quote unquote hate each other, you got to have a little bit of empathy.
Not at all. No, like I feel bad for the people that died the bitchy way because the servers broke. I would have rather had a fight. But the fact that Brave wants to get huffy puffy that everyone's ganging up on him after they've come over to our home, burned down 2 to 3 of our regions, helping out, providing full fleets, and then have the audacity to get angry that we like poke them back. No, they can fuck off.
Don't get mad at anyone. Like it's the fucking game.
Oh, that's right, Frat. That's who I forgot.
You stick your head out there, and shit's going to happen. So it's normal.
I feel bad, honestly, for the line members that have to deal with their shitty ass leadership.
Well, that's it.
Test,
right? That's what I was getting at.
Of Test, at least.
As soon as you came to nullsec, you knew what the fuck you were going into. So.
No, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't know what alliances like Goonswarm have to offer, right? Like I know plenty of Brave members that have never had a lick of a conversation with somebody like Mr. V or with Asher or with anybody like that. Any one of our high-ranking leaderships, just having a casual conversation with them. And I talk to these line members and they go, yeah, I never ever get to like say anything to my alliance leaders. Like I've never even said hi to Villy and he's never acknowledged it. And yet all you got to do is during the Fireside is mention the Battani's name in Elysium and he picks up your question right up. Like,
have you listened to their town halls? Villy talks to them all the time.
Like he talks to them, but like not.
Well, does he remember them? Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Like he just doesn't. He sees them as soldiers, and that's it, and like not as individual people.
And they're not going to know the joy and the terror of going on a boat fleet.
That is
probably the most fun I've ever had in the game.
They will never hear.
Joy is a strong word there.
they will never hear the words. If you jump the gate, you're dead.
I did message boat on.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're in a boat's fleet, even if you don't jump the gate, you're dead.
But we love Boat. I love Boat. I personally love Boat. He's such a pleasant guy to talk to.
Oh, Boat's amazing.
It's a lot though, but I have fun listening to a lot of his stories until like I get to a certain World War II reference level, you know, and I'm just like,
I fall asleep
Yay.
in half of these stories.
I know. I'm like,
I don't.
okay,
I
thanks,
zone
bro.
out. Like after 2 minutes of him being talking, I just zone out because I'm not the native English speaker. So a lot of things get above my head, and I cannot like really grasp it. So just like yeah. So I just zone out eventually.
With
Have you
boats,
noticed with Goon Swarm though that we tend to have the eclectic personalities? We tend to have the cream of the crop of the people that can talk and make you laugh.
Yeah.
what's really funny is that I tell myself I'm on a boat fleet, right? And I tell myself I know Boat is a teacher. I wonder how I would feel if I was a student in one of his classes. Like,
Apparently, he gets a lot of sassy inner city kids. So
oh,
It
he
should be
does.
great. We talked about it the other day because he's like 7th grader. He teaches like 7th grades, and if you're like
Yeah,
in
6th or
7th grade,
7th grade.
the way that he talks and says shit, and the way that he's really active and shit like that, it would be great for 7th grades.
Yeah,
He's
he's
probably
also
a really
like
good teacher.
he
He
is.
I
seems
think
He's
like
he
a
got to
cool
is.
be.
guy. I like Boat. He seems like the kind of guy that like really freaking cares, you know, when it comes to that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, like
Red lines up there.
Oh, poor
I
guy.
mean,
Definitely not red line.
He
Yeah.
could just come down technically because but he shouldn't because it's not his show. But
I just
that's
got
funny.
a message on official channels, and apparently we may be getting a special guest.
uh
I hope
Where?
it's Boat.
oh.
I really hope it's Boat.
Where are we getting a special guest?
I don't know. I'm not going to say too much, but somebody just got home, and somebody may be
Yeah,
coming
I
on.
just saw that. Yeah.
Uh oh. Is it
Where?
Boat? Is it a drive-by Matani?
I don't believe that.
No. Would it
For
be
1
funny?
second.
I still think it'd be. It is Boat.
It's Vote.
It's
I vote.
we were
I can't.
just talking about it.
He's muted.
He's
He'll
muted
figure it
right now.
out.
Ew, why are you talking about me?
Because you're
they were just
amazing.
complimenting your stories.
We were talking about eclectic personalities in Goon Swarm and how
Oh, don't talk
have
about
the
me
best.
then.
No. You're one of
No,
the one of the most eclectic.
We want to talk
Oh.
about how the line members of Pappy will never have the joy of going on one of your fleets.
Some of them actually have. I know a lot of people in Pappy. They're just dumb enough to follow propaganda and stay with Pappy. Sorry if I'm eating chicken right now.
It's okay. I was eating pizza earlier, so.
How are things going with you, Boat?
What?
How
Hey.
are things going with you? Are you enjoying the war? I guess it's a
Uh,
war now, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh,
I'm not
just
sure.
like point out
I
that
don't
you
really pay
said-
attention to Eve, so I wouldn't know.
You said sorry if I'm eating chicken, but you know whether or not you're eating chicken.
Oh yeah, you just might hear crunching or like chewing.
Yeah,
So I'm apologizing for chewing.
then it would be like sorry if you can hear me eating chicken, because you already know you're eating chicken.
You
But
know,
if you
I
say
don't
sorry
really
if I'm
care.
eating chicken,
I'm hungry. Okay, fuck off.
you're putting yourself between food and both. Like it's not going to be.
Man, I'm on a diet, man. I gotta eat at certain times of the day. I'm kind of like,
I mean,
I
chicken's
don't really
good
care.
protein.
yeah, this is my 6th meal of the day.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What? I'm down 49 pounds.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
You have 6 meals in a day.
Well, no, okay, let me explain. So,
Here we go, guys.
hold
Oh
on.
god,
Buckle up.
I'm gonna watch my numbers go down. By
All right, so I'm gonna explain here. Last year, numbers will go up because of this, because I gained 100 viewers when I started talking about food on Sundays. So, so let me explain. So, when I eat, here's my meals schedule. Okay, normally it was 5 meals when I started my diet back in November. So in 2 months and 2 weeks, I'm down 49 pounds. But I'm also up about 30 pounds in muscle. It's pretty great. I'm like almost back to where I needed to be in muscle, or where I was. Like, but anyway, so let's not talk about that. But we'll go forward here. So like for example, my daily meal today was I woke up this morning. I had 4 eggs, 6 eggs. Yeah, 6 eggs and a fiber shake. Okay, it's actually kind of tasty. And then I also had the vitamins I eat, which is an omega fatty acid, some calcium, and a multivitamin. And then I also had my recovery that I usually have, which is BCAAs for my weightlifting, because today was my day off. So that was breakfast. And that was at 6 a.m. Then at 9 o'clock, I had 2 bananas, a thing of sardines, a can of sardines, and then 2 cups of vegetables. So like vegetable medley, like broccoli and cauliflower and all that. They call it Normandy vegetables. I get them from Costco. Costco is great, by the way. Then my third meal of the day is chicken and panini pasta with mustard. Yellow mustard is your best friend because it has no calories at all, no carbs or anything, so it's really yummy. And some hot sauce.
Dijon too. Dijon doesn't have any carbs.
That's and then the fourth meal is pork chop, but I get like the 1-inch thick one, so it's about 8 ounces of pork chop with a fourth a cup of rice. So I use basmati rice, so it's a cup cooked, but it's like a fourth of a cup uncooked. And then
so what kind of diet is this, Bo?
Whatever I feel like. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. So that's 4 meals, and then the 5th meal today happened to be I ran out of my protein bars I usually have, but so I ended up having a chewy granola bar that was only like 100 calories, and then my 6th meal today is chicken breast, 8 ounces of chicken. But usually on my gym days, I'll have like this 400-gram protein bar. It's called the Big 100 by Metrex. It's a meal replacement bar. It's fucking great. I'll have that before weightlifting, and then after weightlifting, I'll have a protein shake. But the only reason I went to 6 meals is because of the powerlifting I'm doing and the cardio I'm doing. I'm getting too exhausted and physically drained. So I'll get home at 9 o'clock at night and just pass out. But for advice, I had to go to a nutrition because I was doing a keto diet, if you guys know what that is. So very, very low carbs, and it was going great. But then once I started powerlifting again about a month ago, I had to switch to a full on normal person diet. So my carbs shot up from 25 a day to 175, and then I eat 165 protein and then 80 fat. It's like 2,100 calories every day right now. Wait, what did I eat for my second meal? 2 bananas, a can of sardines, 200 calories for the sardines.
What?
The can of
sardines. Yeah, sardines and oil, dude.
Sardines?
I'm Portuguese, so basically, you putting sardines in a can, it's suicide.
No, so I get good sardines, dude. I get good.
Okay, even if you get good sardines, they are in a can.
Whatever.
Here we only eat fresh sardines.
Yeah, so I can't get fresh sardines unless I pay 4 times the amount. But you have to realize, so all my food, so I eat 6 meals a day on a budget of about $90 every 2 weeks. So
you can get sardines deboned. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, they in the can they come deboned in a can, ready to go.
No.
Yeah. So what I do is I literally just take. Let me explain. So I just take the can of sardines in oil. I empty it out into the bowl of the vegetables, mix it up, and then throw it in the microwave for a minute, and then that's how I eat it.
Oh god.
But I might start putting it with my pasta and eat the chicken separate. I don't know. See, the problem with this diet is
to me that's just a sacrilege.
My nutritionist that I'm going to now, he warned me. He's like, "Look, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to hate it." And I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because you're going to feel like you're eating too much, and eating's going to become a chore." And I'm on the 3rd day of this particular part of the diet, and I'm literally, it's hard to eat this much food. It really is.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Even if I wanted, I couldn't eat 6 meals in a day.
And I'm not eating a lot of food in 6 meals. For example, the chicken breast fits in the palm of my hand, right? That I'm eating right now. It wasn't
which is the normal amount. It's a deck of cards is a 3 ounces.
I have
of chicken.
2 meals a day.
Yeah, see, that's not healthy.
But you are a big man, Bo, aren't you?
Yeah, but I also am really strong. For example, I rep 300 on bench. I did that 6 times.
This is turning into Swole Swarm already.
Swole Swarm, baby. And I also jogged 2 miles. What, 2 days ago? Tomorrow will be my next day to jog. No, yesterday. 2 miles yesterday. I did that.
See, I told you. Look, we lost 20.
Yeah, I did. What? Oh, sorry. You asked me to talk about what I'm doing.
I did not. These fucknuts did.
Do you think you could beat Mifune in a fight? Like, just look at him.
Oh
Look at
yeah,
the guns
no.
on him.
Boat
He'd
would
break him like
destroy
a
me.
twig.
I would break like a pixie stick.
Like Mifune was thrown out by his puppy dog face first
See,
to the ground on
Mifune
their
is
backyard. So
Mifune is what we call it. What?
I'm not even that strong.
Can I use a porn term on stream?
Yes,
I mean,
of course.
I've been posting yes. I've been saying penis, so yes.
Okay, so Mifune is a twink. If you've ever heard that term.
Oh, if you're worried about that,
well, you're
So I would
you probably haven't watched the show.
What does that mean, DBRB?
Yeah, what's a twink? Can you explain to the two giant twinks in the channel what a twink is?
I know what a Twinkie is, but what's a twink?
Wait, what? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second now. I did not know this. Hold on.
DeClorian and Mifune both are bisexual.
I did not know about DeClorian. I knew about Mifune.
What?
And that was the joke. But
there is a whole propaganda about DeClorian being the cutest twink playing this fucking game.
No,
There's been 7 episodes of them hitting on each other. Okay, like
what?
Like 6 guys hit Jay, DeClorian, and Mifune all like flirt with each other for like half an hour in every episode.
have you not seen the new Op channel name that Jay has made? You gotta look at the Op 11 channel name that Jay made.
Oh, what is it? Let me look.
It's Mifune is a furry.
Like there was even a huge vote being pinged all around Jabber about who is the cutest twink.
I am.
For fuck's sake.
There.
I'm just cute. It don't matter. You don't have to put a label to it.
That's why when I came on the show, like last week, I was here with the cam on. You had like double the amount of views, even more. You see the difference?
I mean, I think that had to deal with more the fact that we had the M2 fight, but
I do want to remind chat to behave and not start fighting with other people from other channels in the Twitch chat, please.
Wait, what? Where we fight? I'll fight.
If you guys want to fight in chat channel, it's about who is the cutest twink, okay?
Redline's still up.
You guys can have a hearty discussion, but you know, like.
All right. Well, I gotta go to bed, so see you guys.
Bye, Bo.
I just got
Thanks
home
for joining.
Yeah, I just got home after a 15-hour day, so I'm tired.
Enjoy your chicken.
Oh, it's done already.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed your chicken.
Not really.
I'm gonna
It's the second time I've ate chicken today. Fuck this. Enough chicken.
Imagine you said his wife made the chicken.
No, I'm so bitter. Well, actually, I do all the cooking, so no big deal. I love to cook. Like this chicken wasn't made by me. That's why it wasn't very tasty. I make tasty fucking food. I'm like a damn chef. But my problem with it is like Amazon. I ordered like these awesome, really amazing, really fucking amazing protein bars from Amazon, and they were 1 day delivered. They were supposed to be here 2 days ago. Today they messaged me, "Oh, your delivery got canceled." Apparently the truck carrying all my stuff crashed. God damn it. No, I mean Amazon had like 2 or 3 trucks crash, so all these orders got canceled. Apparently my mom's did too.
Why don't you call Eric? Eric will probably yell at people for that.
Dude, you guys got to know this, right? So I have to share this with you. I have to share it with chat before I go. Okay? You guys have to see this protein bar. Okay? So it's called a meal replacement bar. Okay?
Yeah.
And it is, I'm going to see if I can get a good picture. All right, here we go. I'm going to share this picture. Okay? This picture, or this bar, I don't know if you've ever had what they call like an Oreo lasagna. Okay? So Oreo lasagna is like you take Oreos and you mush them up, and then you take chocolate and fudge and you make like a lasagna out of it, right? And you throw it in the freezer, and it makes like a almost like a real good thing. But anyways, so this is a meal replacement bar. Look at this fucking bar. Pasta? It is so tasty.
Where did you post it? Oh, you posted it in chat.
That looks really good.
That does look really
it crumbles in your mouth. It's got like that chocolate crumble feel to it, and the top is like a frosting. So this is a full meal replacement. So what it is it's 400 calories. It's like 32 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbs, and like 16 grams of fats. 30% of all your daily needs in one meal. All in one bar.
If you eat shit like that.
And it's so fucking yummy. It's one meal for me. It's actually so meal replacement. I don't know if you guys have ever read into that, but like people do keto do meal replacement. But basically, in 4 meals or more, you're trying to get about 20% of your daily needs a meal. This one does 30. So it's called the MetRex Big 100. And what's great about this? You ready? Ready, chat? That bar right there. I bought 27 of them for $44. So that's 27 meals for $44.
Is this an infomercial or something that we're doing right now, or what?
Oh, what? Last time it was the BDO infomercial, so you know.
It's like an infomercial. For the first 20 viewers, if you call now.
I didn't even know about this thing. What happened was
enter code BOAT 2021.
No, I had to go to my job at because we're virtual, right? Because I teach, right? I teach 7th grade social studies. We're virtual. And
wondering,
so
actually.
I had to go up to work, and I had forgotten my 3rd meal of the day or 4th meal of the day or whatever. I had everything else packed in my bag. So I stopped at Walmart, and I figured, okay, I'll just get a protein bar. And I saw this thing, and the headline on it was Big Meal Replacement Bar. So I just grabbed it. It was like $2. And then I went and said, okay, this thing is fucking delicious. It was on a Saturday. I was like, this thing's fucking delicious. So I looked on Amazon, and they had it even cheaper on Amazon. It's $1.67 a bar. And I'm like, holy fuck. So you're basically eating a full meal for $1.67. You can't beat that. And it was so yummy. Oh my God, it was so tasty. I'm used to protein bars being cardboard. No, I felt like I was eating a fucking Oreo crushed brownie. It was fucking delicious. I mean, look at that thing. Mm.
I'm still bamboozled. How the fuck did you miss my OnlyFans, my Twitter advertisements?
Wait, you have that?
Of course,
yes,
I do.
DeClorian has that.
Yeah, so
DeClorian's a giant whore or slut.
I was asked to do on my own I was asked to do an OnlyFans, but they told me when I do my OnlyFans, I have to post food every time I cook. Or I have to post me doing something in Eve. So I have to come up with something completely unrelated to myself and post that every day. So that's what they told me they want me to do.
I don't know. My OnlyFans was basically to post dick pics because I post them on Twitter. So basically, yeah.
So I'm in this guild for BDO. You guys mentioned BDO and dick pics.
God.
So they made a not safe for work channel, right? And they wanted to see what people would post. And they were very clear, okay? They were very clear that they're like, look, don't post homegrown. Don't post. So apparently one of the guys in the guild is an amateur porn star who has a 11-inch cock. And he whips it out into the not safe for work channel. And the guild leader is a woman, and she starts panicking and going, oh my God, no, please don't post personal pictures, even if it is yourself. So you know what he does? He goes, fine. He goes and gets his Pornhub page out and links his Pornhub page.
Oh, jeez.
It's his porn star Pornhub page. It says this discount. And she goes, and then one of the other guild officers, another lady, she's like, oh my God. And you can just hear the mouth drool. Because he had a big fucking dick. Don't get me wrong. He had a
panicking over 11 inches. Jesus.
Yeah, he had a well, it was 11 and about 6 inches around. I mean, this thing was a fucking log. but it was just fucking. It was hilarious. The reaction though.
Elkin's like, why am I awake for this right now?
I know. Well,
but isn't
this happening?
Don't you go to Theta normally? Don't you know already what to expect from Theta?
You can't tell me that Boat really brings the Theta to Theta comes.
Too bad I'm hung like an elevator button.
What the fuck? Oh, hey guys, would you like to hear my theme song for my students? We came up with one today.
Oh, sure.
Hey, I'm gonna play it into my microphone. You guys ready?
Well, is it gonna is it copyrighted music in any way?
No.
Okay,
you're
go
good.
ahead then.
Okay, it's a what do they call that? It's called a cover. All right, you ready? You might recognize the cover, but you won't. I don't know if you'll recognize the actual song. So here we go. Here we go. It's only a minute long, so bear with me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh god.
Why the fuck? And this is Theta for you guys.
So listen. This is
love
what I
it.
did. So this is what I did. You know, we have Google Meetings for virtual only. So you have 12 7th graders with their cameras on because our district requires you to have your camera on so we can see it's you. Otherwise, our kids will fall asleep. So you have 12 kids sitting there, and I hit the record button because we have to record our Google Meetings just in case we have a parent freak out. And then I start playing this, and the look on every one of their faces. So this is Billie Eilish's Bad Guy, but with the
yeah, I recognize it now.
and the reason that this became our theme song is I was laughing about something one of my kids did because he fell asleep and his head hit his iPad. He went like head first into the iPad, right? So I'm laughing, and one of the kids in my first period was like, Mr. DBRB, you sound like a rubber chicken when you laugh.
Yes,
so
you do.
This is the top-rated rubber chicken song, and now it's our theme song because I played it for every class, and they all just like went nuts. It was great.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing, dude.
You wanted boat, you got boat.
Yeah, that's a boat for you. So
see, and this is something that our enemies don't get to experience because you try to do something like this on like Horde Mumble, they ban you for it because no fun allowed.
Oh, have you seen?
It's even worse if you're an NC. They not only ban you, but they find a way for a GM to steal money out of your account, and put it in their pockets. That's how fucking anti-fun they are.
Oh, have you seen Boat? Have you heard about the public Pappy Discord server?
Yes, I'm a part of
for
it.
Flash Farms.
They kicked me out.
So
I got kicked out finally.
You got kicked out.
I can broadcast on it.
I haven't.
They finally went through it. They kicked. I joined under Dawn.
See, I don't know if you guys know this, but my Horde character is now on FC, so I got the ability to broadcast in Horde.
Should you tell them that? Because now they'll figure out which one it is.
Oh no, they will find out which character he
No,
is. I doubt that very highly. That's hilarious.
They can't figure out my voice. I've been talking on there for a year.
How do you FC? Do you have a different I guess I don't want to reveal you, so I won't ask you much. But I'm just trying to think of how does Boat FC for an enemy and no one know it's Boat?
They don't even recognize my voice. I have literally been on comms with fucking Dunk and like 3 or 4 of their leaders, and they have no fucking clue it's me talking.
Are you just hilarious. Like, oh my god, let's like go over there and shoot that building?
No, I just talk normally like Boat, and they have no fucking clue.
That's
because
hilarious. But I think it was our own Theta in Mr. Ragnar, who isn't joining us today. He was posting in our Discord chat earlier this week about how he joined their Mumble server. And he if you don't know, Boat, Ragnar has been sitting in T5Z the past couple of days and advertising how he is offering to buy the Titan pilots of those who are trapped in M2, and he's offering 10 billion per person. And then hold on, I'm sorry, I just got an email. But the thing is that he went into comms and he openly said, "Want to buy Titans 10 billion. No need to go on any more move ups. They'll be put to good use." If you
the best scam was the guy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I didn't get to finish the story of the super getting scammed to log in.
I gotta go for a second. So that guy that got scammed, he didn't get scammed per se. He was getting kicked from test. He'd already been kicked and banned from us for like selling supers on the open market kind of thing, like buying supers and selling the hostiles.
Yeah, I thought he was.
And then test was kicking him for something stupid he had done, so he was going to log in anyway. But what made him log in at that moment in that time is he thought he was going to get paid once he logged in. He didn't. Yeah. He wasn't going to live. He thought he was getting paid to log in. So when he logged in, he died for no money. Anyways, I got to go to bed. So bye.
All right. Bye, Boat. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you, Boat.
Bye.
And that
It's
was
always
a
a
hero
treat.
of the fucking Imperium. That is what you guys are missing.
Okay.
Oh, you
Okay,
bad
guys, I
guys.
just spent this whole time on Twitter.
That's fantastic. Well, I was hoping to get Seto on since Dreadbomb had a big fight with over a Fortizar, I guess, in Head GP or something somewhere, I don't remember where, with Brave. So I was gonna have him talk about what they're doing over in that area and how things are going. They're not newbies, Redline, and you know it. You can't be a newbie corp if you've been alive for like 10 years, okay? It's not how this works.
Definitely not Redline still in Drag Me if anybody felt brave enough to drag him down.
Nope. He can come down on his own, but he's not supposed to. So
It's
and
probably
Ducks, I
not
don't
in his
know.
best interest to come here if he's not invited.
But God, why am I blanking? It's like a fucking zigzaggy maze trying to remember what all the things that happened this week. I know the cores came out this week, and a lot of other people have talked about the cores and all the oh, here's the strategic impact of blah blah blah. I just see all the structures with cores them as beautiful little loot pinatas. I have no problem shooting them. And I have no problem shooting structures that don't have cores in them, because that just means that you can't have that back once it's dead. It's like a legacy thing.
Are they all different sizes, like for different structures?
Yes. Each core is different per structure.
Yep.
So
And then each one
Athenors are
costs
different price than Raitarus, and forts are different than Sotios, even if they're the same
And
class.
they're only bought from NPC as well. You can't just make them yourself. You have to buy them from NPC.
And you can sell them to NPCs if I'm not mistaken as well, correct?
Why did you mod Redline? What did he say?
What? No, he got timed out by the bot for posting a link.
Oh, okay. Tisk. Oh, okay.
And now I'm just watching Twinks on Twitter. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, my dudes. I'm going to bed. I'm
Good night,
sick as fuck.
DeClorian.
I need to fucking go to bed.
Go
Take care of yourself,
Good
buddy.
night.
I'm going to watch you guys on the fucking stream, so tell me good night on the stream. Bye.
Good night.
Redline is apparently claiming we are
Oh, you
silencing...
can bring Ryak down, though.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely bring Ryak down. Hold up.
War Sundering. Woo!
Hooray. Apparently, Redline thinks we're silencing the truth by not talking about today's fight.
Listen, Redline, I will see if
Does he
Shifter will
mean-
let us have you on next week.
Does
How
he
about
mean the
that?
fight that we won, or is there another one?
The FM tech fight? I don't know. I haven't logged into
Yeah,
even
the one
7
that we
days.
won. Okay. Well, why does he want the truth out about the fight that we won?
Well, so we won the strategic objective. They won the ISCOR. It's
Who
good
cares
fights all
about the
around.
score?
Well, we do when
Apparently-
we ever lose the strategic objective.
Apparently-
everyone does that.
Apparently they care about the escort because they can't SRP too much anymore, right? Like they gotta watch how much they're SRP in here.
Well, certain ones of them do. Some of them have still been able
Guys.
to. Hi, Ryak. How's it
All right.
going?
Is there a
No.
battle report for this fight?
Yes, there is.
There was. Now, I will say, is this the Pappy broke narrative? Pappy's been broke forever.
Is this the
It's
Pappy
like,
broke narrative? Did
if
you not
you-
hear?
If you play a game of, I don't know, League of Legends or Dota or whatever, and you win the game, you're not going to care if the enemy team got more kills than you did, because you still won.
What does Dota stand for again, Docs? Remember you taught me earlier on in the week, but I
Defense.
forgot already.
Defense of the ancients, right?
No, it's Defense of the Anus.
Defense of the Ancients.
Defense
Anus.
of
So
the
I'm gonna call it that
ancients or something
instead
like
of Dota
that.
because acronyms suck.
Hi, Tig. Yes, it's almost all of it is Sundering in here, except for
Elkin.
and me.
I'm a Goonwolf nerd. Don't worry about me.
I'm in Goo Alpha too now. Are you
What am I
leaving,
doing?
Redline? I
Dawn-
don't
Dawn,
sit there and
Dawn
mock
abandoned us as soon as she found out that I was joining Sundering. She left.
you.
Yeah, that's the story I heard as well.
I heard
I
that.
heard Docs
Minute.
kicked her.
No, I heard you kicked me.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Docs. He's just trying to shift the blame.
I didn't
Yeah, it
scam
was-
well enough. Is that what happened?
Like, I was joining, and Dawn was like, "Yeah, you should come join Sundering." And then the day later, when I joined, Dawn was no longer in the corp, and I was like, "Huh,
It wasn't even Dawn that recruited you, it was me.
yeah, I know."
So, Don, a question for you. Rumor has it, a little birdie told me that you're
don't know if I
working
like
on a
these.
new fanfic.
Yes. I was
Oh.
inspired for a few hours, and then I got to about 5 pages of exposition / setup and said, "Oh, this is clearly not going to work." So we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Goons
5
can't handle
pages.
it.
5
setup.
pages of exposition.
So what you've got to
Setup.
do is you've got to write like a 20-page fan fiction and
I would
just
just post like
dump
this is
it
the
on
long
the
one.
forums.
No, you just
Yeah.
go. You just make
The
it a whole
longer it
novel.
is,
Just make it a
the
whole
longer
novel.
it is, the funnier it is.
The
It
greater
is erotic, and it does include a goon swarm person and a non-goon swarm person. And there is a certain person cameoing too, just as a quick thing at the beginning. So,
Anyone we know?
huh? Yes, yes.
Can we get hints?
Well, Docs knows who's all in it because he's my
Ryak.
editor.
Hold up, Ryak.
Right,
What's
fix
up?
this shit,
Do you have
dude.
push to
All we
talk
can
on?
hear is like,
Oh, do I freaking have push? Oh,
all we hear is you sucking on it, bro.
No, and I'm never
there you
in my
go.
own
Sorry, I
stories.
thought I had
because
push to talk on. I did not.
All I
I'll
hear
try
is the
Ben
box
Saddle.
mod.
having myself in my stories, like while I would read it over and over again, it would make things awkward. So apparently Dave wants to come hang out with us. So go ahead and pull Dave down. Let's see what he wants to do.
Oh, Dave Archer. The man.
Hello, Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
wait,
Archer.
that's not Dave Archer.
Gotcha!
That was hilarious.
At first,
Well
hold on.
played, Redline. Well played, sir.
my first indication is that Dave's Discord is not Dave Archer. It's
Are
just
you-
Dave.
are you surprised at all by that? Like,
I was
really?
I'm not.
I was
I'm
confused, and then I
great.
thought about it. I was confused, and I thought about it for a second. Like, wait a minute.
that was pretty good, Redline. I'll give you props.
It's kind of sad that they could play on that and can't get a fucking Titan out of M2 though.
Oh,
They got one out.
They got one.
They got one out, man. Come on.
They got one
You
out.
good.
I mean, there were a couple, at the edges and stuff like that, but that was fucking funny. I just should have caught that.
Yeah, that's good.
I clicked
Blame
on
the
his
cat.
name because I was like, hold on a minute, and then it said his real Discord was Redline, and I was like, God damn it.
Mifune also falls for just the tip.
Oh, yeah.
That would be funny too. What else
What
is
was
going on
that?
this week? I don't know. I'm just like, we've hit so many things, but then we like get diverted. This is kind of what Theta Comms is like. We just get diverted on every topic that's out there.
What Theta Comms is like is that you have people having a casual conversation, and then you get that new bean that comes in and goes, I have
Hold
a question.
on
Can
a
someone-
second. Did
New
you just say
bee.
new bean?
Yes, I
You
said new
fucking old
bean.
spice.
Whoa.
New
You're
bee.
exposing yourself. You're a spy. Spy.
100%. See, this is how Theta is. You have people calling each other spies constantly.
Yeah, just write it off. Just write it off.
Help, I'm tackled, and then silence. You are absolutely correct. If I had a penny for every time someone said, help, I'm tackled, and then we go, okay, where are you, what are you in, and what's tackling you? And then they
They'd be
don't
dead by
respond.
then.
No, they
Hey,
don't
robot
respond.
guy, are you panicked yet? A little.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best.
No, my favorite is still the guy that was in his super that needed help killing the Dread in the Haven, and he couldn't get out because he was warp scrambled and he had no fighters left.
No, my favorite is still the one guy. Or like, he's in a Rurgle. We're like talking with him, and we're like, "Have you panicked yet?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm panicking a little bit."
Were you listening 20 seconds ago?
No, it wasn't. I was reading something. Sorry.
Actually, I wanted to make an observation. We're still getting ret vets. We're still getting people that are answering the call of the Horn of Gundor, and it's spicy, and it's giving us a lot of momentum in our push forward in this war.
You know, the M2 fight actually brought back some people that even the Horn didn't. So that was really exciting. Harley Q, one of is back, and he's
That
like
was
an
all
addict.
Sigdar's fault.
Yeah, so like he's like an addict with Eve. He's like, I can't do it, man. He subbed 1 account, 10 accounts, 27 accounts. It's just going up. And then Aerith was there for the fight on Saturday.
Wait, Aerith was there?
Aerith was there in his 600 bill Komodo. So
I saw that. I saw that.
he was like, "Come kill me, bitches!" But instead of like taking the bait, Billy decided to choose one of the worst options possible. So works out just fine. And then room temperature IQ. Sorry. And then I've seen a couple other people come. I've had also some people that like I know personally like message me. They aren't back in the game, but they're they reached out and are like, "Hey, going? I hear like the war's going good or bad or whatever." And so it's the fight was really fun for probably both sides to see some of those old people come back, just even if it's for a day or a week, or potentially it reignites their desire to play you because they've already downloaded it again, so might as well play, right? And or like A's hasn't played in a year, but we got him to at least log in and do 100 bill in war bonds. So speaking of war bonds, ours are already sold out. So
they are indeed.
As Tess said that they're doing better than they thought they would. So I don't know what that number looks like, but
I mean, I think I said this last week, and I'll say it again. The reason that our war bonds are successful is because the money is in the hands of the players and not the hands of the alliance. Whereas with Test, the money is in the hands of the alliance and not the players. So you are selling
when they
war
run
bonds.
out of money and need money from their players, there is none because it's all in the fucking alliance.
Exactly.
The good thing about Test war bonds is we're eventually going to be able to salvage them off the field.
The funny thing about Test war bonds, the real difference between Test and Goon war bonds is that Goons are actually going to pay your money back.
Yeah.
We've also had some very prominent FCs come back to the game. And Mr. V is back, and he's running some real spicy fleets, kicking some ass.
I'm back since like October.
Yeah, that's not news, man.
Elo disappeared for a while and then came back.
That's because Elo's dealing with some personal work's really busy, and he's got other things going on, so he just doesn't have as much time to play intermittently. So
Well, Elo's doing a regular stint on the Joe Rogan show too, so he's got that.
Yeah, you all should check that out.
What are you talking about?
It's a running
Elo like abandoned our fleet one day and said, "I'm going on Joe Rogan," and we were like, "Wait, what?"
One time
he like had to leave or something, so it was fun. So now every time he I'm in a fleet with him, I'm like, "Yo, dude, how is Joe Rogan?"
One time we Elo left a fleet to go meet up with somebody and came back afterwards.
The fleet. I remember Elo. It was like 2 a.m. for me. And Elo's just sitting there whispering into his mic, and he's like, "Jump on contact, jump on contact, jump on contact." And someone in fleet goes, "Why are you whispering?" The guy just screamed it. You just hear Elo go, "It's because of my roommate. Now hush and jump on contact."
let me tell you, getting used to how that's always just every FC is like this, but you have to get used to each FC. So like in Asher Fleets, if he says warp to a gate, you just jump because every gate's green unless he says not to. Everybody else in this fucking game is like red, like has you try to assume the gates are red unless they say go through, but Asher knows that, Lemming's gonna lemon. So,
It's the cat.
Meow. Hi May. She's in heat,
Feed
so
your
she's
cat.
No, she's in heat. She wants a different kind of
Get her scooped.
I can't. She's got a heart murmur. I'm afraid she'll die on the table if, she has surgery. So there's an unnecessary surgery we're just gonna avoid. So
Can't you
but
give her
anyways.
some testosterone or something?
No, I'm not gonna do anything to me. I have a boy cat. He keeps her entertained. It's fine.
Do cats go through menopause, or do they just get cancer like rabbits and die?
I don't know.
Oh man,
That's so dark. Anyways, back to like
It's
talking
pretty
about
dark.
What?
biggest fucking place ever.
Well, that's the thing with rabbits, man. Like if you don't get them fixed, they all get cancer and they just die. Either they get eaten by something or they die of cancer.
a lot of things die by cancer at some point. So, talking about FC styles. So like Asher always assumes every gate's green unless he says not. Keish calls everyone like sugar and stuff. And that's part
John
of him being
Hartley's very
southern.
good. You have to pay attention on John Hartley fleets, and he's very precise, but he gets the job done. John Hartley demands a lot from his line members, and if you pay attention, you get fucking kills.
Yeah, John knows what he's doing, but he expects a lot from you because, dear Lord, how hard is it to anchor up you fucking Muppets?
Potatoes. It's you potatoes.
Okay.
There is Mike
Melons.
Flood, Mike Flood, I love him. I love Mike Flood as an FC, but sometimes Mike Flood has one of those things where it's like you're in 10% tie-dye, and Mike Flood calls a primary, and 10 seconds later, he's like, why isn't the guy dead yet? And it's like, because tie-dye.
So is it potatoes that he's calling people now? Last I heard, it was Inuits.
Oh, yes, that was a good one.
I heard Muppets.
Melons.
And then melons, yeah. And then who is it? So obviously Boat is Boat. No one can be Boat. Elo's the repeats everything 15 times. I think and he's like, and you hear while he's talking, it's like click, 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 click. It's like warp on the gate, 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 warp on the gate. And you're like, what is happening? The first time I was gonna flee with him, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? Because his APMs is insane. And then Alice is very quiet.
This is awesome.
Very
Alice
calm,
makes you
very
feel
quiet.
So calm in his fleets.
And
Cauldron Born has a good style. Cauldron Born has a good patter. And he really knows the game.
So I've backseated Cauldron many times, and it's
of course you have.
It's gotten to the point where Cauldron will be in command comms and he'll be like, I'm gonna go do something dangerous, and I'm like, you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, aren't you? And he just goes, yep. And next thing you know, everyone takes the fleet warp. We're landing at 0 on a hostile fleet that's tethered up in a structure, trying to debate them into aggress and detether. And it was the funniest thing ever.
This war has really, it's obviously a lot of fleets and a lot of engagement, but it has brought back a lot of old FCs like Kendar and Mr. V to us, and then obviously bringing in new ones like Elo to us. Elo's and I hope Elo stays around for a while, but I don't think he'll stay forever. But
I'll talk to him.
That's been the positive of this war. And that's something I want to ask Asher sometime is if he's excited that we have this war at all, because I know that the opinion in Gunstorm is going to be very split about the war. I like content, I like things to do, but I also have other things I'd like to do in this game too, and not everything I can do right now. And it's that's been a struggle for me personally. But I wonder with the FCs, are they enjoying the challenge? Are they finding it dragging, or are they don't want to be doing this much work? I assume that they've got to like it or else they wouldn't do it, but some people are just masochists and just doing things they don't really want to do.
This war seemed like it rebooted people's excitement about Eve, so I think it's a good thing overall. I too miss my Rorquals and mining, but I think this is a great thing for the game to have this war.
I miss the old school Theta. How we used to do home defense. That's what I miss the most.
That's what I miss.
Honestly, I miss sitting in my super on the 1DQ on dock, just waiting for someone to come in and say, I'm tackled by like 50 test drakes in the middle of ZXB, and then we just drop supers on them and have fun with that. Like, that was fun. That's what Theta was all about. But I believe the chat makes a point, is that even if the war wasn't going on, there wouldn't be much in Eve. With all of the changes that have been made throughout this war, you know, like, Maniac, you miss your Rorks. Well, what are you going to do with them? Clear out a moon in 30 minutes and be done for the day?
Well, that's the thing, right, man? Like that's why this war is good, because I think a lot of people would have left because of the scarcity.
Exactly.
And the whole game would be worse off. But I think with this war, people are, repurposing their Rorqual alts and stuff. Like mine are all training to be Dread pilots, and a couple of them are already my Fax alts. But it's if it wasn't for the
Faxes
war,
are useless.
well, they have their uses, right? It's more buffer on the field, more targets for people to lock on. But yeah, it's interesting to me is how like CCP's trying to kill the game, but then at the same time we're we're creating content in the game between the players. I really like it. So I think this war is going really good for us. It'd have been great if that Operation Inho would have worked out. That would have been amazing. But I think the
awesome.
The I don't know if I can say it. The cage that we have going on right now with the bubbles is pretty good. As long
the happy fun time bubble.
Yeah. The surprise sex cage that we have. I think that's really really awesome. So hopefully we get another massacre of their titans, and then we keep fighting for a while.
This war has pushed me and a lot of and Ragnar and probably a lot of other people in Theta to do things we wouldn't normally do. That's kind of one of the things that, like, I'm obviously not a tactician or a fitter.
That's right, Diamond Dawn.
Diamond Dawn. I can I can FC enough to, like, get some kills or get people from A to B safely. In a fight. I've only ever fought Alpha Star Pilot. Funny enough, it's the only FC I've ever actually fought, which happened to be the head FC of P-Hard. How did at the time? But it's the only person I ever fought in a real fight, and I did okay. Like, I was at some disadvantages of speed and stuff, but I am the best Locust FC though, for sure. But with the war, it's had me change some of the things that I normally do, but it's also pushed me to figure out new things for Theta to do, since we can't do what we normally do, and people aren't necessarily motivated to do some new things that we've been asked to do before. So, and I know it's pushed Ragnar to, once again, we've had to think outside the box to keep everybody entertained and keep everything going. And I assume that's what a lot of alliances and corps do. When they hit a crossroad, they have to decide how they want to go. They either adapt or die. Funny enough, you either adapt to what's available to keep everybody entertained and happy, or you fade off and disband. So,
well, that's for sure. And to quote the great Justin Bieber, when you've reached a certain point in your life, there are people out there waiting to see you fall. But rather than let gravity take you down, sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands and fly.
oh my God.
Greg Hazahaza is my speechwriter, by the
way. Greg's my spirit animal. Never change, Greg. And Greg would have had a special guest on tonight to talk to us about kind of like their side of everything, but their guest was not allowed to come on. So,
I could get a speechwriter for the Kennedy administration to help you out, right?
Cool.
Are you gonna help me produce the show once Mifune's not available?
Possibly. I mean, so I have classes on Thursday nights, and I get home at like 9 o'clock Eastern.
You
And
just
that's
need
like
to set it up.
around what time?
I'll still be
like
here. I'll still be here. I just won't be running the background tech for the show.
Why, you're not bringing your computer with you?
I am. There's just nowhere to stash it for the month and a half that we're moving into the apartment. So I won't have my PC until I'm officially all moved in.
Speaking of Mifune's big move, anyone in the Boston area that is hiring and looking for a solid
Oh, that's
employee,
right. We were gonna help you
Mifune
get a job
is
today.
looking for a job, and you can message him on Discord if you know of anything.
Yes, Mifune needs a job.
I have managerial experience and a very, very good resume too. So
He also knows how to tell people they're a bitch to their face.
I don't know anyone in Fall River because it's a shitty place to live, but I'll figure something out for you, bud.
I will attest to the quality of Mifune's character.
Overdrive says that you should try Craigslist. They hear it's good for twinks.
Interesting. Craigslist in the
You will
ghetto
get
of Boston.
shot and
Let's,
murdered. Yeah, that's not going to go well. I forbid it.
I mean, if I want to die, I could try Craigslist.
Now,
you need to go to skipthegames.com.
my message to Pappy today, just sidetrack, sorry. I want to do another breaking news 12-hour cast because those are fun for me personally. Can you please try to break out and just have a giant fight on Saturday? Like, please. You know, like, I know you want to wait until like the camp's low enough that you could maybe like get out mostly safe or whatever. But I really want to do a nice Titan Brawl cast again. So that's my request of Philly and the rest in Pappy is that you try to break out this Saturday so I can have a 12-hour cast and we can go over, you know, and have fun with commercials and all that good stuff.
The camp keeps getting bigger, though. Have you been on those camp fleets?
Oh, those camps get bigger
they're
and
hilarious.
bigger
They're
by
great
the
fun.
day. We've had, I think I've gotten reports from some FC friends that there's like 3 different fleets just camping that system. There's so many people during the game camps.
I'm in M2 right now, and we've got 340 odd people just sitting here. I've not seen a single enemy since I've logged in. And people
Well, they had a
sitting
Titan this morning, so you know there'll be another one.
Oh yeah.
They do all their breakout attempts like right before downtime, which is pretty predictable. So I mean, we're ready every downtime.
Well, and I mean, some people have died because they accidentally clicked on a character. You know how if you have more than one character on an account, the latest one goes to the far left, and then you know they'll move. And it's very easy to go the habit of, oh, I want to log in on this character. Click. Oh shit. I'm now logging in with my Titan, warping into a bunch of bubbles to die. So,
so I think we should move on
I
to
haven't
final
been on it.
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
We've been out here for almost 2 hours.
I did only think we were going to get an hour out of this, so you know, having our little trips from people have been nice. So, we can start closing down. So, final thoughts. Docs, you would be first, but if you don't have one, we can get an Elkin.
I haven't had much.
Do you have any advertisements or anything you want to make?
Entire show, let alone a final thought. I actually don't need to advertise anything this week, funnily enough.
Oh, you sold your smart bomb, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that thing's sold. Well, I didn't get any profit of it. I sold it for what I paid for it, but I got tired of trying to sell it. So.
Well, it'll be 50 mil an advertisement slot. And I'm tempted, I'm more than, if someone makes an advertisement for their thing in Goonswarm, you can talk to me and we can do a 30-second ad slot on the show.
Oh yes,
so,
please. If any Goonswarm member has some sort of service,
100 to 200 mil, we'll figure it out.
Also, if you have any kind of if you have any kind of service within the Alliance of Goonswarm, contact us for an advertisement for 100 to 200 million ISK. We'll put it on the show, and then for about $1 billion, I think we can get some of the INN team to maybe create an actual video commercial that we will throw up on various streams.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might be able to make it.
And we get on Saturday M2 fight, the second M2 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. We got 4,500 people watching. So think of all the business.
The AJI camp has gone to shit. I just autopiloted a Reaper all the way to E3OI.
Really? Damn. Elkin, final thoughts? Any comments?
I'm sort of pretty happy where everything's sitting. It'd be nice if we could get some more content in the next 6 days before I go back to work. That would be awesome. Thanks, Pappy.
Greg?
Just to reiterate what I was saying before about our enemy and feeling some empathy for them, and maybe holding out of a bit of an olive branch and saying, hey, you know what, if you want to back off this war right now, it'd probably be a good time to do it. And when all's said and done, we're coming for test. We're going to put our boots up Test's ass, and the other guys that kind of sided along, yeah, you're going to pay too, but you're not going to pay to the bitter end like Test is.
Okay. And then Maniac?
I can't follow that up. Sorry. Kill.
I was just, any thought?
Hair,
Jazz
teeth, and eyeballs.
flutes?
I don't know. Maybe one of these Theta Thursdays I'll play a song for you guys.
As long as it's not copyrighted.
It can be copyrighted. You can play a copyrighted
No,
song.
we can't. Not unless we buy the license for it. The algorithms flag us. We've had it happen literally.
We've had it. So what's really funny?
It was copyright free music, and we got flagged for it.
So it was really funny that I had a copyright free song that I had for our beginning timer at the beginning of the show, and I get a message the following day. Hey, what song did you use for like last night's show? And I'm like, the song that I always use. It's a free, lo-fi styled song for By the Fire. And I link it to him, and he goes, what the hell? Like, we got flagged for some random copyrighted song, and it's not even the song that you played. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. So
then we
they use bots to find it.
Yeah, I know they use
a lot of
bots for similarities and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of songs use the same chord progressions and stuff, and so they just tune into that.
Yeah. So
they all use the same 4 chords.
So if I play my harmonica, you guys are gonna get flagged.
You mean 1 4 1 3 2 1? For music nerds, no.
Don't be a music nerd.
You doing like the circle of fifths on me or something there?
Yeah.
I think we should do a musical episode of Theta Thursday.
No. I mean, I could have. I know Mifune can sing, but I can't. So, Ryek, final thoughts.
I
Any comments,
don't know.
questions,
Just
concerns?
can lowercase Pappy do something that I can lose my Theta blinged out Hodred that I got for Christmas? That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's right. I've got a insured Titan. So it'd be nice if I could lose that.
I've got an insured super. Can we please have another fight so I can...
Also, next Thursday is my birthday, so hopefully I'll be able to join you guys for my Dirty 30 bash, because, I don't have friends in real life, so...
Aww.
I mean, I'm glad you invited us.
Hopefully Maniac gets me that super carrier that I've always dreamed of, but we all know he's not a gift giver.
He's
but
a Scrooge.
He might find it in his heart.
It's not the gift giving that, but I don't like gifts at all. Like, I don't like receiving gifts. And like, if I give you a gift, then that's going to obligate you to give me a gift, and I don't want a gift from you. So
I'm not giving you shit. You're just giving me a super carrier.
Ryek promises to not get you anything. Anyways, so get Ryuk a super fund. It's funny that you guys insured your Titans because I sure as hell didn't. I was not about to spend like $5 bill or something,
$1 bill.
or
It's $1 bill.
a bill to get $5 bill on a ship like that's not gonna die. I was in an Avatar. I was like, I'm probably not gonna die.
I was expecting that to be an even trade fight. When the second battle of M2 happened and I was about to undock my super pilot, I said, you know what? I'm okay if this thing dies today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insure it to maximize the SRP that I will get if it does. And then we got to the fight and there was no resistance. There was no fighting. And like, yeah, I got on a lot of Titan kills. Am I happy for that? Oh yeah. But I'm disappointed that I spent 1.5 billion on that insurance for the super.
You'll survive.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pay for it.
I never insure anything, man. Like,
I'll insure a Dread. Though I insured a Dread because I was pretty sure we were going in, and they were like, "Oh no, never mind." I'm like, "God fucking damn it!"
about the only thing I'd consider insuring like a Baltec, but that's about as my limit.
I insure all
what
my
I've
login.
learned about dreads is like I don't insure until I'm in system because they usually have us jump to a keep and then we dock up to get cap again, and then I'll insure when I'm docked up there.
Yeah.
Then again, you can always just call up Jay and say, Jay, I've got an insured Dread, and then
can we get this killed, please?
And then Jay will just mount the Keemstar and be like, one Doomsday coming up.
Oh, I do have to. I was asked to promote the Anger games, but we all know it's really the Angler games.
I don't know what the Anger Games is.
It's a tournament that's being held by Sothrasiel and Dirk Statiel and company are working with CCP Aurora and a couple other people to make a small tournament. I think it's 7v7 or something. And it is the Angler Games. I know they want to call it the Angler Games, but since our boss is a fish enthusiast, it's the Angler Games. You know, it's going to be hosted by Sothrasiel, and I'm sure Elise Randolphin will come in. Maybe Vince Kraken will show up occasionally. Hopefully, Red Snapper 13 will, cast along with Chocolate Rainbow Trout.
Is Theta going to be entering a team, Don?
No, probably not.
Why
Prawn
not?
Rhea is not going to be there. I might watch. And maybe Guppins will send a team of P-Horde people there. I'm trying to think of every single. And then the Matuna, he may watch, he may not.
Ryjack may be there.
I'm trying to think of all the puns that we made up on Saturday.
Oh, God.
What was the other puns? Chat was on fucking fire Saturday. They're like, Prawn Rhea, Matuna, Elise Randolphin, Vince Kraken, Guppins. Oh, Lady Scallop. We'll
Does
take
that
your
make
money.
me
Pro Gil
Dox
Legend.
Haddock?
Pro Gil Legend. What is it, Docs? What?
Does that make me Dox Haddock?
Yes, you're Docs Haddock. That works. And Lady Scallop.
Dick Lorian.
Isn't there a fish that's like a jack? So I could just be Ryjack, which is the thing that I'm
I don't know.
ironically that
It's
Mifune
Mangrove
calls
Jack.
me anyway.
Mangrove Jack is the fish.
Ashark Elias.
What are you doing right now? I'm confused.
It's
fish
all the
puns.
fish puns. It's all the fish puns with everybody's names.
Oh, Codrinborn.
That one's great.
That's a good one.
I like Chocolate Rainbow Trout.
No, I like Pro Gil Legend. Pro Gil Legend. And then A Shark Elias. That's... Oh, God.
Are you guys naming Matani's fish? Is that what's happening?
Matuna. The Matuna.
No, he already named it. It's Pete.
Yeah, Billy was just the beta fish. Billy. Oh, Elonite. Elonite. Get it?
Elo.
Elonite. Yeah. Sothrasiel. Who do we have any?
Though.
It's an ocean creature. So is it, but at least Randolphin is not a fish either. But
there's a stupid mobile game that one of my teachers used to play during class all the time. It had something to do with fish. You can name your fish, and I just need someone to go find this game and make all of these names, all of these virtual fish.
Anybody ever heard the Led Zeppelin
if you have an iPhone,
story?
Mifune, you can just go on the App Store and type in fish game, and I'm sure it'll come up in the top.
I could, but I don't have phones on my game because then all of my little cousins...
You don't have phones on your game?
I don't have game. I don't have games on my phone.
Mackerel instead of Matterall. I remember that one.
What about Merc?
Merc could just be Merkerol. Yeah, Mackerel Chin.
Mackerel Chin, that's a good one.
No one's Barracuda. Is there anybody's name that's what they could be? Or Captain Barracuda. I'm just trying to think if we had a blast. We spent almost an hour on Saturday going over fish puns.
You could just do Lil Barracuda.
Ray Amazingness. I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
that's a good one. The Big Red Lobster.
The Big Red My friend.
Well, if it's something in the ocean, he doesn't have to change his name, right? Because he can still be the Big Red Boat.
True.
Ray Amazingness.
I love Ray Amazingness. That's a good one. We were thinking of I still love it, Lady Scallop. That was just a fun one that I came up with. So, okay, so we're sidetracked, obviously. Mifune, any final thoughts?
Just give us content. I swear, please give me a reason to log in this week. I've been at work
like crazy. What are you talking about?
I know. I've been at work for the majority of them. Like I go to work. I'm pretty much Eve-wise. I can only. Oh my god! Yes.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
But the only time I get to log in is during EU prime time because I work during the nights for US prime time. So I go to work. I literally have a texting conversation from my mother. Because my headphones broke this week and I kind of had to fix them a little bit. They're barely working, but they are working. But I get a text from my mother this week while I'm at work, and it's oh my god, I keep hearing a beeping from your speakers on your computer. What is going on? I can't sleep. And I look at my phone and I see the Discord relays that it's all the pings going off from Jabber, and I'm just like, oh, sorry. That's Eve things.
Speaking of your parents, Mifune,
is there any fish commander?
Is there any news on your dad maybe coming back to the game?
So my dad has officially resubbed to EVE Online. He's currently hanging out in high sec, and he's not really.
He was in a wormhole.
No.
Is he joining Sundering or what?
I don't. No, I'm trying to convince him to come back to Goonswarm, but he's not sure what kind of adventures he wants to do yet.
Tell him to come back to Sundering. I'll make him a sub-director, and he can be in charge of you.
Oh God, he does not.
Sub-director of handling Mifune.
My dad's been a director before, and he does not like it. He hates having a space job.
No, he would literally just be the sub-director of you.
Yeah, the sub-director of Mifune. That's it.
Full job. He'd be paid too, because I'd kick in some ISK per month for that.
That's pretty much already his job, right?
See,
it's doing game now.
My headphones are now breaking again, and y'all are switching between my left and my right ear, and it's really painful to listen to.
Now stands for Fish Commander.
Do you have any duct tape, Mifune?
I do indeed. Y'all can't see it, but the duct tape's on the back of the headset. It's
just
wires are
just
really
wrap it right around your fucking head. Wrap it right around your head.
Just
put the
just duct tape it around.
Attached.
Just duct tape it around. Sure, great idea.
I thought so.
Hey, whatever happened to Toilet Eve? Is that still going on? You guys playing that?
To what?
To what?
The Toilet Eve. Toilet Eve. The fucking
Eve Echoes. Yeah, they have Sovereignty released pretty recently.
Are you guys playing? Because I know a couple of you guys were playing it. Are you guys still
No, because I can't ever remember to log in and do stuff. So.
For those who don't know, this is wonderful content for the stream. I believe INN actually covered an article on this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the first war in Eve Echoes officially started. And it started because there was a major alliance within Eve Echoes that was botting. And this war has started on the topic of whether or not it's okay to bot in a mobile game like Eve Echoes, because for people that don't play mobile games, botting is a very huge problem in mobile gaming. So a lot of the whole big thing with Eve Echoes right now is that you have these two mega huge alliances that are going at it at each other just because one of them bots.
For those who aren't aware, Mifune, what exactly is botting?
Well, in something like a mobile game, a bot is an automated lines of code that perform actions that a human normally does to play a video game and accomplish grinding. So,
isn't it like the different cultures view it differently as well? Like,
yes. So actually, in
some places it's legal, right? Like you
in some
South
places
Korea or something.
In South Korea and in China, I believe botting and making bots is actually a profession. But there are some places, especially in China recently, there's been a debate with botters and cheaters in video games, because I'm sure plenty of people who have been to those countries can talk more about it more than I can. But they have internet cafes over there. They have these places that you can go to that you pay, $20-$30 an hour, and they will give you a gaming PC that you sit down at, and it has just a library of games that you play on. And in these internet cafes, you have people bringing their cheats on USB sticks and whatnot, plugging them into these computers and cheating on these games, and then they get banned. And not only do they get banned, but the computer in the internet cafe is banned. And that's one less game that these internet cafes can offer, because now all these computers are banned from the game, and now they can't offer it anymore.
Especially if they get VAC banned.
Yeah, and then they have to buy a whole new gaming PC for everything to work. So that's money lost in the internet cafes. So there are huge industry equivalent of lawsuits going on to change the way that works.
Fascinating. Not really.
Okay. So we have hit our 2-hour mark. I think it is time we let everybody go. I know if you hang out with me in Theta Comms, we got some work to do coming up. And I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us. And hopefully we'll be able to do this again next week.
Don't forget to send your pet pictures to the Theta Discord, or the INN Discord, sorry.
They can't do it in the INN Discord. I didn't realize only the staff was posting things.
It's Mifune. They're supposed to send them to
They'll have to send it to Mifune.
Oh God!
So
and then we can post it.
You can message through Discord, Mifune Sword God, and send your pet pictures.
It's Mifune.
And we're gonna.
It's Mifune
we'll
Sword
pick
Fish.
one.
That's Mifune Sword Fish to you.
Yeah, before the show we were talking about chickens, and apparently Mifune likes male chickens. So if you can send pictures of all the male chickens that you have to him, he'd like it.
So the best one, we'll pick it on Wednesday or maybe Thursday, and 100 million-esque is will be the prize to be given out next Theta Thursday. So make sure you tune in next week for Theta Thursday.
And yes, I will probably be on Saturday. So I'll see y'all then. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
See you from down under.